Hey guys, welcome to my review of Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3. And this was the really big one. An hour and a half, as you already know. Lots and lots of action. The Battle of Winterfell. So, let's get right to it. What did I think of the episode? It certainly wasn't the best episode ever. It was good. Dare I say great. I didn't like it as much as I liked the Battle of the Bastards. I felt like that was better. What else? The Battle at the Wall was very similar, so it was kind of like on par with that, and maybe the Battle of the Blackwater. Not quite as good as Hardhome. I think I like Hardhome a little bit better. Yeah, this episode, I wasn't thrilled with it. I think it didn't live up to the hype, the expectations. There really wasn't that much death as far as the characters on the good side go. Kind of disappointing in a lot of respects. Yeah, I don't want to get too heavy into spoilers. I mean, I'm sure anyone watching this video has already seen it, but this is supposed to be just an overview. I felt like the writing, the way they put it together, it was a little too lazy, too straightforward, kind of cheap. I expected a lot more from the Night King. I expected a lot more from Jon, especially. I mean, why not have a great epic sword fight between Jon and the Night King? He's supposed to be your big bad. He was carrying a sword. Let's see him actually use it. He didn't do much of anything. The Night King was very stoic and slow, extremely slow. What was that about? I mean, it was so slow towards the end that you almost knew for sure something was going to happen to stop him. Yeah, and all his fellow White Walkers showed up at the very last moment to do what? Just stand behind him? That was pretty upsetting for me. Some cool, Ninja Turtle stunts from Arya. Yeah, the action was good, not great. I feel like a little too much chaos, just showing the same exact thing over and over. The soundtrack was wonderful. They did a great job with the music, but it was just, they didn't really have moments that stood out. There were a few, but when it's just like the fighting, they show the fighting over and over again, and it's the same thing. Everyone's struggling, everyone's having a hard time, they're getting overwhelmed, everyone's injured. It's like there's no real takeaways. They did some stuff with Arya to break up the action in the middle. That was okay. I felt it went on for too long. Yeah, I expected to see a lot more giant whites. We only had one. I mean, it was cool and everything. I really liked that scene with Lyanna. But I wanted more. I could have sworn they had more whites. They should have done something better. I mean, what they did was cool, but I wanted to see more of it. The dragon on dragon action, it was hazy. Like, it's hard to see. It was so dark. The sky was really dark. You couldn't really tell what was happening. Oh man, I feel like they kind of missed the mark on cinematography this time. A lot of people were complaining about the darkness, it just, you couldn't see what was going on. Maybe that was intentional to some degree, but I felt it was a misstep, like a pretty big mistake. Yeah, visually the director could have done a much better job. I feel like they didn't take advantage of the time that they had. Instead, they were just content on showing the same exact thing over and over. Towards the end. In the beginning, they were doing pretty well with like the lighting of the, what do you call it, all the spikes in the ditch, and yeah, the Dothraki in the beginning with their curved swords. I forget exactly what the name of them are, but when those were lit on fire, that was really cool. Then they charged in the battle, and what the heck happened to them? They were wiped out immediately. I don't understand. It's like, ceasefire. Why? What happened? They got killed that fast? The Unsullied didn't die that fast, so I don't know. That was really confusing, disappointing. The stuff with Melisandre was really, really cool. I love that. She showed up unexpectedly, big surprise. Yeah, I love the magic stuff, the fire element. Kind of disappointing with the dragon stuff. I mean, it was cool to see Daenerys sweep in and, you know, save people by destroying huge crops of whites and everything. But the dragon fighting, it was just so hard to tell what was going on. I expected much better there. We got to see them ripping and kind of clawing at each other. You can't tell which dragon is which, is the problem. You can't tell, like, are the good guys winning or the bad guys winning? So, yeah. The biggest disappointment was the Night King himself. He didn't do anything. You know, he threw his ice lance, and he did the same thing we've seen him do before, where he just slowly raises his arms. It's like he doesn't fear anyone, but he also doesn't go on the offensive. Kind of boring. Yeah, so those are my thoughts regarding the episode. An interesting turn of events. I did not predict it to go that way. I really felt like they needed to kill Bran in order to get the long night. We needed to see, like, what exactly is the long night, how does it happen, and how do the heroes deal with that. So we're not going to get the long night. Yeah, that's disappointing. The Night King, he just bursted like a balloon. That was way too easy. I mean, you could have popped him with a needle. That was pathetic. Yeah, Arya, cool. Great stunts by Arya. I like Arya a lot. I expected to see Jon kill the Night King in a sword fight or something. Or not even kill him, but just have the sword fight. You know, I felt like that was a must-see. Jon didn't do that much. He was there towards the end against the dragon, trying to get to Bran, but he really didn't do anything in particular interesting or noteworthy, like heroic. So, kind of disappointed. Still a good episode, but not at all what I was hoping for. Yeah. So stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be doing predictions and going in depth with symbolism with a friend of mine. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.